lock. I got him. Now, Tank, now.
Welcome to your doom.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
So Quinn was at the shop, and for listeners, my 11-year-old son, his phone rang with a spam risk. And I'm like, pass it over, boy. So I answered, I picked it up, and it was the same thing where it's clicked over, and it was like, we're checking fraud alert because you purchased a MacBook on Amazon.
Or it's your Windows.
Yeah, it was.
Update your Windows.
Yeah, and so I was just like, I'm sick of you sex traffickers trying to contact my son. Stop trying to fuck my son. And there was a pause where she laughed, like the exacerbated, like, and back to the script. It's just like,
did you say
the charge?
Sick desperation in your laugh.
Exactly. They were like, the charge is from the MacBook.
Fight Club reference.
And basically I stuck with it to where I'm just like, listen, I'm tired of you sex traffickers. I'm tired of you trying to fuck my son. I'm over this. Chris Hansen set us onto it, and you could tell she was like trying to stay with it, and she just muttered like, oh, you motherfucker, under the voice. So I knew I had her a little bit on the hook. And I just kind of kept hammering it home where she kept trying to stay on the script, and I'm just like, listen.
I'm curious what your son was thinking.
He was laughing,
Okay.
he was like, cause
he's like, they're trying to fuck me.
Yeah, and so eventually she did crack, and she just goes, you stupid motherfucker. And I'm like, haha, I got you. Yeah. And she hung up before I could be like, hey, can you look out your window? Still India?
You piece of shit. Well, this was episode.
Oh, welcome to Non-Essentials Podcast. I apologize.
There we go. Yeah, we'll go right into it. I'm Adam Garth Riley.
I see what you're doing.
For YouTube
way
listeners,
to catch up.
Our YouTube viewers, please look at Jake right now.
I made the mistake of wearing a hat. We are in a basement.
Yeah. Jake's like, my daughter's name is Aurora. Excellent.
Yeah. I don't hate that. All right, that way you look like a movie star. That's what I hear.
Let's hear it there, Jake Wayne.
Yeah, my name's Jake Wayne Bussey. Welcome to episode 109 of the podcast.
Yeah. Wait, why is every serial killer's middle name Wayne? It seems like...
Yeah. Well, the good ones.
Yeah, the good ones. Or the ones that get their dicks chopped off. John Wayne Bobbitt?
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I want to ask you guys this. I hope did you enjoy episode 109A with Olga Kiev?
108A.
108A. God damn it. Okay, take two. Did you enjoy 108A? No, I was actually like really, I'd heard a lot about her here or there in the past, but I didn't totally remember it until I started researching it. But I did not remember the birch trees.
Yeah, that was vicious.
And so, listeners, if you remember, Olga Kiev, her husband was executed because they took two birch trees, bent them down, tied each one to his ankle, and then just let the trees go.
Yeah, it was horrific.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
And I actually had listener S, and I'm really upset because I didn't think of this, but listener S goes, "Oh, sounds like a gender reveal."
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it!
Yeah, it honestly reminded me of like an itchy and scratchy death.
Yeah,
it'd be like a skeleton floating for a moment,
just screaming a silent one.
Yeah, no, and on top of that, Olga is my mother-in-law's name, so I'm waiting
Olga
to get
Puerto Rico. We already decided that.
I'm waiting to get her feedback from that.
That's her namesake.
I wanted to bring up the reason my son was at work with me. He got a concussion this week, and so he got it at school. And I was super because he got the worst black eye I think I've ever seen. He looked like an MMA fighter, and I was happy he got it at school because otherwise I'd be getting a call from CPS. We took him in.
Your back.
Yeah, we took him in to get him checked over, and I was getting eyeballed to say the least in the waiting room.
Yeah, I mean, for long-time listeners are gonna be like, "All right, second." Member of this household.
Yeah.
Because Jake's wife has slipped on the ice, as I use quotation.
Ground slippery around my house. I don't know what to tell you.
Especially when she's mouthing off.
But there was something funny that happened. We were in the waiting room, and this has never happened, but it was super busy. And they play that game where someone walks out, they're like, Brian. And you're like, who's Brian? Guy stands up, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it looks like Brian, you piece of shit.
So you play that game because you're just bored and it's busy. But then a guy came out, and he was in trash bag arms and full blue scrubs with the face mask and the shield, and he's just like, Daryl? And Daryl stood up next to him. He was sitting next to Daryl for a fucking hour. And even Quinn, who was concussed, was like, what the fuck's wrong with Daryl?
Maybe that's why you got that ensemble going on. You look like a Daryl.
That's what happened? I sat too close to a Daryl?
It's my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl.
Listen.
So that's a deep Bob Newhart cut right there.
I don't know who that is.
What the fuck? What? Listen, if you guys get that joke, your back hurts, I'm sure, when you wake up in the morning. Now, I want to say that you don't know who Bob Newhart is?
I'm really bad with names. I bet if I saw it, I'd be like, oh, that guy from that thing.
All right.
I don't need to. Who's Bob Newhart? Don't show me Bob Newhart. Patreon, sign in to find out who Bob Newhart is with me. Oh, by the way, we have a Patreon page, and I actually put work in. I put work into the website too. So website, Patreon page is working. And thank you so much for all the listener send-ins. And also, this is the other thing I have to ask. Please like and subscribe, because I've realized this week the algorithm is not your friend. So please help us out with that. Click like, click subscribe on YouTube. I really appreciate it.
When your boyfriend's asleep, take his phone, use a
You think women listen to us?
Okay, guys, fellas. When your girlfriend's asleep, take her phone, do the face recognition, pry an eye open.
Dude, you're scheduling a fight for 3 days from now if you do that.
Yeah. I keep getting all these terrible fucking podcasts into my phone. So, okay, anyway.
Appreciate you.
So, now, there's a city in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
That has recently come under, they've come to some important conclusions as far as what they're going to do with some money that they were given, right? They had received $20,000 for COVID relief.
Okay.
All right. And now they needed to figure out like how they're going to spend that COVID money, right? Because under the as you know, like federal lawmakers, they intended that money to help communities recover after the pandemic, right?
Sure.
And the Biden administration, they said, they gave basically local officials carte blanche as long as they were spending the money towards COVID things.
Sure.
Right. Now, I'm going to give you a couple options here.
Oh, it's a game. I love games.
How do you think Northampton officials decided to spend $20,000 of tax money?
Okay. Option one.
Option one. They decided to help connect communities that had been frayed over the pandemic.
No.
Number two, build a resilience for future public health disasters.
No.
Number three, any other similar COVID-related causes. Number four, $20,000 spent for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle manhole covers.
There's your winner. And I stand by this decision. I thought it was going to be something stupid. It is not. That is the best spending I've seen.
Now a few episodes back, we talked.
I was waiting for like strip bus or something like that, but come on, man. This is a tourist attraction
you just
now.
did the Biden too. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it's infectious.
On, man.
Biden's a pandemic president. It gets in you. You forget.
Leonardo, we got
the other one.
Donatello, we got what RuPaul.
The pizza one. I don't know.
Come on, man.
There's a big brat. Some chicken yellow fucks him. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so but a few episodes back.
April showers.
A few episodes back, Rand Paul talked about government spending. If you remember, like the steroid hamsters and the cocaine beagles.
Those are my favorite things.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I didn't know we had a think tank in Washington.
I really hope that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle manhole covers makes it on the 2023 Festivus airing of the grievances report.
I hope they do. It actually reminds me of there was a YouTuber that would make T-shirts off of manhole covers where they would apply ink to it, press the shirt into it like this, and that's how they. It was like I thought it was kind of a creative thing, and I'm like, go to New Hampshire.
Yeah, why not?
I would buy one of these T-shirts.
Yeah,
let's get a hold of this town. I'll buy one.
Well, I remember actually.
Buy a manhole cover.
What was it? When the levees all broke in Louisiana and flooded out New Orleans?
Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina.
Yeah.
I remember a client of yours came in because he went down there and did volunteer work, and so he got this cryptic tattoo on him, and what it was is actually a manhole cover of. Do you remember this?
No, but I'll do a manhole cover tattoo of Ninja Turtles.
It was just like it was some stars and kind of like and like lines.
On top of that, if you remember the Ninja Turtles Nintendo game, going in the sewer was really important.
Oh,
so this is a good use of funds.
Well, let's get out of that sewer and talk about how if you need help protecting yourself from the government's frivolous spending,
what do you do?
Your tax money? What do? You talk to Jensen Accounting. So, are you tired of all the paperwork that comes with running a small business?
Who isn't?
Headache from hundreds of new tax laws? Well, let Jensen Accounting be your Tylenol. Find them on Facebook. Find them on Facebook by searching Jensen Accounting and Consulting. Just a stumble away from Sneakers Bar and Grill in Janesville, Wisconsin.
I know they helped stop me from doing stupid stuff.
Yeah. So there's your ad plug.
Yeah. Party on. All right. Yeah.
Oh, righteous.
You want a random fact of the week?
Let's hear it.
Wolf spiders can hold their breath for up to 40 hours.
Oh, that's a bummer. You
Yeah.
can't drown them.
All right. But see if you can guess. See if you can guess the insect that beats the shit out of that.
I'll
I'll give you the hint.
flying?
Very similar, more legs. Well, no, less
More
legs.
legs?
Same
Oh.
legs. I don't remember.
What the fuck?
Spider with a tail.
Scorpion?
They have 8 legs?
I think they have 6.
6 and then pincher claws?
Yeah.
Okay, 6 days.
A spider? Or
A scorpion.
A scorpion?
They live in the desert.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are you ready for?
Yeah.
It's like a polar bear outrunning a camel. I don't understand it. That's a random fact of the week.
Man, all right, I like it.
Yeah, and it floored me. Like dolphins, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they're mammal. It's a mammal, though.
I know. I expected more. I think a sperm whale's 2 hours.
I mean,
They sleep vertically. It looks like a death metal album cover.
I know, a fish can hold its breath underwater its entire life.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, so I have a listener right in here.
Okay.
All right, so this is from listener Jay in response to the kissing app phone thing. Remember that?
I'm planning to get better at kissing because of it.
So
I'm terrible
listeners,
at it.
if you are just tuning in, there's this there's a guy in China. He created this device that has latex mouth, and you plug your phone into it.
They're so advanced in sex toys over
and
there.
you can
It's so
literally
incredible.
you can send a kiss to somebody else that also has a set of lips, and it mimics the pressure and the heat and the.
You gotta get virus protection on your phone though. But it's important.
Yeah,
So-
you start getting Valtrex ads.
Yeah, you're
popping
like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
Phone's itchy.
but he said this. He said simulating kissing is going to turn to simulated blowjobs real quick.
Of course it will. Immediately.
And I was sitting there thinking I was making a joke that I want to get a pair of these. We should set up some sort of GoFundMe so that we could get a pair of them. But I made the joke that I want Jake and Tony to have to kiss. But then I'm just I know Jake's gonna stick his dick in that thing.
Yeah. I love the idea of load a kiss in it and see if you can guess who it is.
And
This
then
is a
Tony's
game.
gonna be like this. I think is it Jake?
Yeah. Is Jake chewing gum?
Sticking his tongue out a lot.
Yeah. No, I'm on board with it.
No.
Completely on board.
No, I think and I think that'd be pretty funny though, because I bet that your wife would play along. If we could get Lindsay or Tony to all right, that Jake has a guess which one is kissing him. But I'm just gonna make sure it's Tony every time.
Listen, I'll tell you who's who. I'm not gonna tell you who's better though. But I know. I know the people around me, man.
Oh, yuck.
So, can we talk about something that I know is going to drive Adam insane?
Oh, is it sports?
Of course it's sports. Of course it's sports.
I'm quitting the podcast.
Of course it's sports. It's more ripping on I want to say a fond goodbye, most likely goodbye to Aaron Rodgers. Most likely going to be going.
He's a really good pitcher.
He is. He can throw the shit out of a hockey puck.
Yeah. 3-pointer line.
And so Aaron recently concluded that he wants to go on to greener pastures. And Aaron's been fighting his whole life to get out of the shadow of Brett Favre. And he does that by following in the shadow of Brett Favre. By going to apparently the Jets, which he's announced after. And I'm not really going to talk about sports. I want to talk about his darkness retreat. Have you heard about his darkness retreat?
No.
Yeah. So apparently he does this every year. He goes in a darkness retreat. You know how I know he does this? Because he takes out ads about how he goes in a darkness retreat. Off of social media.
Why is he just going to take some ayahuasca or something?
I hope he does that in there. But apparently he goes in this small hut. It's like a grass-covered home. And he's in there for 4 days in the dark. And I'm like, I know he's probably in there, but I hope he sneaks out the back with a Wario mustache.
Like David Blaine.
Yeah. He only went 2 days?
What a pussy.
All right, well, let the Jets have him. He can't even sit 4 days in darkness. No, he emerged
Dude,
like a shit.
Scorpions can hold their breath way
know.
longer.
The Scorpion's I'm not even 2/3 of the way done. No, he emerged like a shitty groundhog. And he's just I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. Just
2
go.
more months of football season?
So it's one of those. I wanted a bit of fond farewell to Aaron Rodgers. One of the best quarterbacks ever. Thank you so much. I am a sports fan. Adam's not. We got a question in the crowd. Fielding a question for the first time.
It's the first time.
No,
this
in the
call
back.
Show. Wait.
It'd be like Charlie Brown's teacher. Come on.
It's we have a first time caller, and I mean
What's
ever, because this is not a call-in show.
He has 1 Super Bowl. Yep. Obviously not a fan in the crowd. So anyways, I wanted to wish a fond farewell. I invited him on this podcast. He had no interest in it.
This could be his darkest hour.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, like, Aaron Rodgers, your next move is to send a dick pic to a Jets cheerleader, get in trouble for that, and then rip off welfare in Louisiana to build a volleyball stadium for your niece. That's Brett Favre's path. Enjoy walking it. Come back and take the Vikings to, like, the NFC Championship and then break their hearts. I appreciated that.
What did he get hooked on? What drug?
Ayahuasca?
No.
Oh, Vicodin?
Yeah, get hooked on Vicodin.
Yeah, he was mostly Vicodin for the good years. So I wanted to end this by saying thank you for the great years, Aaron Rodgers. And I wanted to pull this into a athlete that I think we should actually focus on. Let's bring back a tip of the cap. Is that what we called it?
Oh, I was tip of the hat. Are you hope that you're going to do some sort of Pornhub stats now?
No. That is athletic. But I want to do a
Hyper Perry for the pole vault.
Oh shit! Yeah. It's called the steeplechase or something like that. Why did that make you? All right.
Just fencing.
So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is actually going to be my tip of the cap. And so this is so Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he recently just sold his championship rings and his trophies. And I just got the quote here. And he sold it for $2.8 million in auction, and he donated it to kids, basically sports and stuff like that. And he says, when it comes to choosing between storing a championship ring or a trophy in a room or providing kids with an opportunity to change lives, the choice is pretty simple. Sell it all.
Yeah.
So
no, good for good for you.
It bothers me. It's like Aaron Rodgers dominated the news in the same wink that Kareem Abdul did that. So
it bothers me more that I didn't even hear about that. So
exactly.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So tip of the cap, Kareem. I don't know if you've ever been appreciated for what you've done, but you got my respect.
Jake Bussey.
Yeah. And that's better than any championship ring or fucking helping kids do something.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of tip in the hat here, I want to tip it to our fact checker Tony. He got us another bottle of the Boondock Saints whiskey here.
This is a cool ass looking bottle too. It's even got a necklace on.
Yeah. Well, this one, the last one had a necklace too. This one's got a rifle round in it. So looks like it's about a 5.56.
So when you have too much and you want to leave,
this is how you do an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Bye.
I don't want the spins. I want the splats.
See what's on the other side of the rainbow. So anyway, so thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate you bringing this to the podcast. And it is, the reason why he's doing it is because it is.
Top me off there, boyo.
Yeah. Oh, he got. So anyway, wait, that was wrong. So anyway, but it is St. Patrick's Eve.
Yes, it is.
St. Patrick's Day Eve. So
I love a holiday where we appreciate a man for beating snakes.
I'd never get appreciated.
Happy St. Patrick's Eve.
Yeah, thank you. All right, beat my snake all the time. Yeah. So anyway, make sure that you leave your pint of the dark stuff out and a plate of Lucky Charms.
Yeah, or corned beef and hash or whatever else. And, the leftover part. I have this theory that haggis. Is that Scottish?
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of Irish food. I think a lot of Irish food is famine food, and I by that I mean we're starving. What's edible? And then it becomes cuisine.
Potato time.
Yeah, who's the psycho that ate the first oyster? And I think about that all the time. But haggis, they're there's a little more of the sheep.
It was that joke first person to drink milk probably also did a lot of other weird things.
Yeah, the first person that was drinking milk, he was like, woof, I didn't think I'd get full. He's stronger than everyone else. He's like, I think it's the God's blessing me for fucking this cow.
God, yuck. All right, so Janesville's back on the national spotlight for some viral news.
We is?
Yeah. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess where I'm going with this?
No.
All right.
We're getting GM back?
No. I want you to imagine a billboard stating Wisconsin's most eligible bachelor.
I did see this guy. I love this guy. I love the tenacity of it.
Do you? All right. Well,
hold on. Before it gets ultimately dark, I got to say, there's a website where I follow, try to get funny stories and stuff, and I get excited. And it's weird to be like, Dranesville, Wisconsin, man. And you're like, I didn't do this. Someone else in the country was like, look at this fucking place.
Yeah.
So,
no, Janesville's made the news a few
times. First 150 car pileup, now a guy advertising on a billboard.
Yeah. I do love how the local newspaper they did the first article on this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
and in the article itself, they listed his offenses as well that he's got.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a 43-year-old guy, and I'm a little bummed that Janesville's taking the heat for this because he's a Beloit resident. Right?
I'm a Beloit. I grew up down there.
Yeah. But I've had a few of my buddies that are from out of state. They're like, "Hey man, is this your boy? You know this guy?" I'm like, "I fucking know that nerd."
I know he has a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Oh, but he did say he does say he's looking for an honest woman. He enjoys. I'm assuming
he's only going to catch liars he won't know about.
I'm assuming that he enjoys like long walks on the beach. But what I am not presuming is actual factual things. Is that he just last year got a restraining order against him after stalking his high school girlfriend for over 25 years.
Honestly, this feels like that. Like, listen, sometimes creative geniuses just think different.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe the guy that uses a billboard as.
I guess she said, because she got interviewed as well. I guess like she'd be like, he would sit there and like.
I hope it's outside her house.
Just with like boombox.
Yeah,
just like John Cusack
under the billboard.
Yeah, under the billboard.
Yeah. He's Lamar's like he's real specific about the billboard he wants.
No, so anyway, so like she said that he would like message her, so then she'd block him, and then he'd message from his friend's phone under their accounts. So she'd have to block that. It's just nonstop. So
this guy's mascot was Pepe Le Pew. He's like, I'll wear her down. She'll say yes.
Looney Tune.
Eventually.
So anyway, now that's not the only thing. Now he was also being charged with, along with I'm assuming long walks along the beach and actual factual restraining orders. Another actual factual is that he was being charged with disorderly conduct back in 2012 after pulling a knife on his girlfriend at the time after she accidentally let his dog outside.
Listen, sometimes that doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. No, she did threaten to call the police, but he romantically said, "Go ahead, bitch. I have bail money."
What's this guy's name?
Oh man, I had it written down today.
Is it Robert?
Something.
Yeah, let's go with Robert's a loose
Honestly,
pistol.
Hold on, Jake. Just put the billboard.
Oh, it'll be here.
Yeah.
I kind of hate that this went bad because like. This is the start of a movie.
No, I do.
This is when Harry met another restraining order.
Harry met the clerk of courts.
Yeah,
did have to sign. So anyway, he's talked about the allegations, in interviews.
Can we do
proceedings.
This? Can we?
We could probably let's get him on. I don't want to know where.
Can we take a billboard? It's like we want the guy that took the billboard to be on our show. It's like that's our billboard. Like start abusing. We have a billboard. We can do this.
Yeah. So now he has talked about the allegations, the court proceedings against him. Right?
Sure.
And these are actual open public records.
Okay.
But he's also dismissed them as fake, and he said that the ladies are bipolar. So there you go. And he did say that his past court cases, that's nobody's business, unless like some interested woman would like to know the truth.
CCAP is your friend, ladies.
Yes, it's actually. I don't think it's CCAP anymore. It's WCCA.
Yeah.
So that'll take you there. So ladies, please look up any of these fucking dudes.
Yeah.
And honestly, avoid this guy with a 10-foot radius of bear mace.
Yeah, that'll do it.
No, and actually, and I do appreciate our fact checker Tony living up to his namesake.
Yeah.
Turns out, here's your Fight Club reference. His name is Robert Siegfried.
Robert Siegfried?
His name is Robert Siegfried.
No,
his name is Robert Siegfried.
Here's all I'm saying. It's unfortunate he's as crazy as your stats say. But I will say this is an interesting way because maybe there's a lot of potential women that aren't on the apps. But this is kind of
they don't and they're blind and don't have billboard access.
I don't know. Maybe he filtered them out. I don't know. This is an untapped market of just billboard women.
Yeah, I only date Illinois bitches.
Yeah. I don't know. Lamar's built a big company off of it. Maybe there's something to be gained here.
That's the second time you said Lamar, but I feel like people should know that it's Lamar Advertising that the billboard is.
That's some guy. That's just some dude named
What do you
Lamar.
want? Throw it up. Yeah.
So anyways, be cautious out there. I mean. I don't know. Like, you're as likely to fall in love and have kids off a billboard as you are to be murdered. So,
fair enough. Chances are, but I mean, I don't know. Chances are pretty high you're gonna have a restraining order on him by this time next year.
I got something I want to go into with this.
Sure.
So you're Last of Us fans. You guys are watching Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those like obviously it just wrapped up. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I can't believe a meteor came in and killed everybody, but I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Dinosaurs came back. That was crazy.
Yeah. But so in Last of Us news, I saw this. I got bad news for vegans. Apparently, fungus are now considered more conscious than plants, potentially containing up to 50 words as language.
What?
Yeah.
Cordyceps?
No, just fungus in general. And I got some of that language right here. Are you ready?
Well, that's kind of like Robert Siegfried. He's a fun guy.
Yeah. All right. So this is, if you go on YouTube, 5 minutes of blue oyster mushrooms talking. It's not going to be 5 minutes, but let's go here.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Doesn't that sound exactly like you thought mushrooms would sound like?
It sounds like a 70s movie when they're showing like the person going insane.
You're right. So that's the sound of mushrooms talking, because apparently they're considered more conscious than plants.
Those decibels?
Yeah,
Like, that's
actually,
all
here,
100%.
I'll show you here. I'll put it up for the YouTube listeners here. But like you see, basically it's an electronic board basically hooked to mushrooms with the impulses being turned into audio.
Man, I want to hook one of those up to my scrotum.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, this
There's
is
mushrooms growing on them. So.
this has been also my go-to for telemarketers lately.
Oh, do you know what I do?
I get connected to a real person, and I just play these noises for them, and I laugh at their confusion.
Okay, so do you know what I do?
What?
There is a YouTube link that you can do. I think it's 10 hours of the Jeopardy theme song, and I play that.
Oh, you just like wait for them.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. No, actually, like I think
you know how sometimes you'll get the ones that'll be like it'll be the same person. It's like they're on a soundboard.
Yeah.
And they just hit. I mean, it's a prank more than a telemarketer.
Right.
They hit just different things that are somewhat in a response.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, you're still on? Let's see if you keep going. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I think with like Kareem Abdul obviously has a cause. It's kids. I would love America as a whole to stand up. Anyone that's capable, just to take as much time away from telemarketers as you can. Tell them to hold on.
Yeah.
Put
That's
your
just
phone.
One old lady, they're not rolling.
Realistically, like make it a point of pride. Peel 15, 20 minutes off of telemarketers every week. Just make it not worth it for them. I would love this to be like our movement.
Yeah, there you go.
Because realistically, like everybody
Mayhem.
hates them. We can all band together and just waste their time.
I like the guys that reverse hack them.
Yeah.
And then
on YouTube.
They're like, yeah. No, they do the like you're actually on the third floor of whatever, and we can see they do the hack into the live stream.
I do gotta tell you, I do think I got second roboted recently with Charter, and I have no proof of this, but it's the first robot. You do the thing where you just hold 0 to talk to a real person because you just want to get through it faster. And then someone came on instantly, which got a red flag up right away. No wait time with a pretty strong Southern accent, and I couldn't exactly put my finger on it. But I think it was a second robot. I think it was like the one that's supposed to be the real person. And the only reason I
how
really
Southern though, like was it a bunch of images and you have to pick out how many pictures of it had collard greens in it?
Yeah, it felt like it felt like Arkansas, kind of that that fun. But here's my real at the end of it. They didn't ask me to fill out a survey about their performance, and I'm like, I think this is because they know how it performed.
Yeah,
it's exactly how it was supposed to.
Yeah. You know what kind of broke my heart recently is I came across this thing that they're called the shower thoughts.
Yes.
Right. And I like those. I have those as well. I don't. Here's a little life hack for listeners that I do. But the thing that you can give like your kids, like little wax crayons for the shower for them to draw on.
Yeah.
Well, I always keep one of those in the shower, and like while I'm thinking of stuff, I'll like, oh yeah, and I'll like write it out. Right.
Sure.
So sometimes like I look like schizophrenic,
like a beautiful mind.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I do that with my wife's hair.
Sometimes
I just write the word gross.
It spells
with the
out
hair.
clean to drain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but I like to write things down or whatnot, but because I have those shower thoughts too. But I came across this shower thought, and it kind of made me sad. It said, "Your dog doesn't know that you can make mistakes. When you trip over them in the dark, he thinks you got up just to kick him in the head."
Oh, that breaks my heart. Is that why they keep running out as I apologize?
Because my dog is also very dark.
Yeah.
And so like he is a lump.
I wanted to personally bitch about something, and I don't really know
That's
how.
all I do.
Yeah, I don't really.
Like old man yelling at chair.
That's how I feel.
It's your Simpsons reference.
But I don't really know how to say it. But it appears we have like an enemy out there in the world because like
Everyone is my enemy.
I've been uploading these on YouTube and stuff like that, and I wasn't aware that there's now a dislike button. And we have like one dislike on like every video. So I just wanted to say personally to the person disliking each one of these videos,
I love you.
You fucking suck.
I love you. I want to be inside of you.
Like it personally just kind of, it makes me laugh that
I'm
you
sure
go
they're
out of your way.
I'm sure they're super fun at parties.
That's what all I could think. So like,
it's probably like an ex-girlfriend.
yeah, I had it.
Tony's.
Had it written like, from me to whoever you are. It makes me happy every time you show me how sad you are.
It makes me think of that line because I didn't even know about it. But
I just saw it. It was like consistently.
But it's just funny that there's an effort there. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, do you know what I think about you? It's like, no, I don't care because I don't think about you at all.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna call him Sadie McSatterson, in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
I was gonna say, why do they have to be Irish? So now I've got a fun fact for you. Apparently, using your non-dominant hand for mundane things like eating for just 2 weeks can increase your self-control. I read that learning to regulate impulsive responses is no different than learning a new skill, and small exercises can help tame levels of aggression. That's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, very. Why?
I don't know,
Why?
Like even whatever it is, because it's like learning a new skill. So
is
like,
that what you were learning?
Yeah,
that hand
that's not a
jerk
new skill.
motion?
No, sometimes the mouse is on the right side.
Okay, sure. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I've been ambidextrous for years. No, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of a neat thing to try. I'm gonna definitely try. I mean, because I know that like when I eat, it's always like the right hand shovel.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It honestly reminds me of like
you're an ambidextrous eater?
Yeah. No, I eat left, I right.
But what do you beat off with?
both.
Couch cushions? Hell yeah.
No, it actually reminds me of like stroke victims, and I know with stroke victims, it's super important.
Yeah.
To basically isolate the hand that you're having difficulty with, force it to be used
to do things,
to like force those neural connections.
So
to.
Is it kind of like when somebody has a lazy eye?
Yeah,
and I think they cover up the good eye and they make the lazy eye do all the work.
It's like
right?
It's like when no one's helping lift their end of the table. We've all been in a funeral where you're looking at the cousin not helping. You're like, fucking lift, man. Grandpa was big.
I'm sad too, but Derry. Okay, so now
get in if you're gonna ride. I don't know what to tell you.
So here's something that I came across the other day as well. And you know those moments when you realize that like the way you do something isn't the way everyone else does it
every day,
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we've joked about like wiping your ass. Like some people are standers, and I don't get it.
50% by my count.
Less than 50%. We
50%.
looked it up. We looked it up. It's less than 50%.
It's just because the sitters shame the standers. I don't know what it is. The only difference I found.
Are you trying to say that like sitters are a bunch of bots?
The only difference I found is sitters are like leftists. Where they're just like no one knows what they're doing, but sitters think they do.
So, for example, sitting and standing wiping your ass. But I saw a video where this guy was recently he was equally astounded when he was asking his girlfriend. And he found out that she doesn't spread her butt cheeks apart when she sits down on the toilet.
Oh, she just like pancakes it?
Yeah, she just plops down.
She's Play-Doh factories?
And actually, the way he said it has like really set with me. He goes, "You just shit through your cheeks?" and I was like, "Oh my God," because I know that when I sit down on the toilet, it's like right cheek, and then kind of like I scoop, and with the left. And then I kind of plop down and I just kind of like open the asshole up.
Dude, were her parents hoarders? And it was just the room left in the bathroom.
No rocking, no teeter-tottering?
Yeah, no.
No, so I'm kind of curious. So you rock as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't lie. I want to poll the crowd.
On the shit.
It depends on the shit. You can just tell before it comes out?
Well, sometimes I sit down and I'm not sure if I have to poop or not. So
You just piss? Piss through your legs?
Not rocking back and forth would be like a snake not doing that side-to-side mouth thing. Just like, just dragging itself back into itself.
I sit down to go to the bathroom.
I've seen a snake throw up.
I go to the bathroom. You guys
I don't know. I sit a lot.
Every time you sit on the toilet,
Yeah.
like, unless you're like, I know I want to sit to piss because I'm going to sit here forever.
I stand to shit, though. That's the weird thing.
We're gonna have to mic her up next time.
I'm just okay. So I'm in mixed company.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it should be.
So it's like a 25% here, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I definitely have done the wiggle, but I don't
Yeah.
do it every time I sit on a toilet.
So I wanted to say, like, so what was the big piece of news this week? The one that like shook the world, had nothing to do with taking a shit. The Silicon
Boo.
Bank collapse.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna talk about the Bitcoin dump guy.
So I wanted. So I thought I would get to that by
That's
going
made
through
big
this.
news too.
So what I thought was interesting is the Silicon Bank collapse. I was laughing about it. It's like Silicon's been bankrupting men for years. There's no surprise there.
Sometimes sailing.
Yeah, but at work, one of Joel's clients, he's an investor guy, and he was talking about he was saying no one on that board had any banking experience. No one.
Okay.
And actually, it's worse than that. The CEO, CFO, and the COO sold about $4.4 million in stock over the previous 2 weeks before the crash. On top of that, it took bonuses the Friday before the crash. And I'm just kind of like, what's it going to take just to drag someone out in the street and just French Revolution them? like
a guillotine?
Like at what? I think we should do. I think we should drag them on the street, do the whole thing, drop the thing, and not have a blade in it. And be like, next one has a blade. Just scare the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
Because it's, and what's frustrating about this is the government stepped in because to go into a little bit of the facts behind it, 97% of the actual deposits were over, I believe it was $1 million. And if you know, the FDIC insures everybody up to $250,000. So the reason this bank was considered risky was because it had basically a lot of people that knew how to move money fast. And they got a whiff that there was some insolvency going on. And so they did what they knew how to do, and they moved all their fucking money out of it.
Yeah.
And they aren't doing anything different than every other bank is doing. And that's why basically the bank collapsed, is because they had the right people. But this created a contagion effect where everybody's like, if that bank collapsed, our banks can collapse. So the government stepped in, and instead of just up to $250,000, they insured everyone's account. And then Biden tottered out, and he fucking said, the taxpayers aren't on the hook for this one. Doing my best Biden here by trying to like stop between each thought. And so the taxpayers aren't on the hook.
Cat?
Yeah, the taxpayers aren't on the hook for this one. The federal government is backing up all these accounts. And I'm just like, all right, let's take a thought experiment back. Who funds the federal government?
Go to Jensen Accounting if you want to make sure that Jensen Accounting in Janesville, Wisconsin.
I don't know if someone needs to pass him a memo, but it's the goddamn taxpayers, Biden. Yeah. So anyways, they put their dirty fucking thumb hole in the leak that was this problem, and it averted another crisis.
Yeah.
But basically this got me to the Bitcoin thing, and I thought Bitcoin would rise, and it has because of this, because basically what you've created is more faith that the government will come in and dump 20 gallons into the Kool-Aid and say they made more Kool-Aid. And that's exactly what they did. And so this gets me into the story I really want to talk about. The Bitcoin guy that we've talked about a few times in England, who has been combing through the dump in some kind of modern day glory hole.
Yeah, he threw away the hard drive that had however much money, presumably like billions of dollars or whatever in Bitcoin money, right?
So it was.
So he's been digging through. I know that because they have like certain spots. I remember seeing the chart.
This should be a TV show too.
He knew that there had to be a certain depth at a certain spot because it's very logistic.
Yeah, it's probably like year by year.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, he fucking found it.
He found
755 Bitcoins on this hard drive. Oh, buddy, he fucking did it. Except he forgot he had 750 Bitcoin Cash,
which is not
which
the same.
sounds a lot like Bitcoin, but is not. It's like elephant and elephant seal. And this translates into, don't get me wrong, it's worth money. I think it was about like $930,000. But the problem is he spent about $1.6 million buying and digging in this dump. So I just, you ever see something that happens to someone?
He's literally in the hole.
Yeah. You ever, you see something that happens to someone, you're like, I would do that. That would happen to me. Be like, hey, congratulations, you found your Bitcoin Cash. Oh, you got my Bitcoin. Nope, you got your Bitcoin Cash. And I'd be like, that's the same as Bitcoin. They'd be like, no. And then I would crawl in that hole I dug. I'd be like, just plow it over. I fucked myself beautifully here. Because he did like interviews. Every other year, I'd be like, hey, it's worth like $400 million now. I bet you're really mad you threw it away. Like, oh my God, I so wish I didn't throw it away.
I mean, it's either that or what's worse, that or the dude that traded like 200 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas or whatever.
So that's called Bitcoin Pizza Day.
Yeah,
that was at Papa John's. And it was much more. And at least with that, there was a lack of understanding. It was a pizza delivery.
That was a fair market value of Bitcoin at the time.
That's what I mean. Like that was a pizza delivery guy. There was a contest that's like infamous now where it was like first place $100, second place $200, or second place $50, third place $25, fourth place was 100 Bitcoins. And nobody wanted that. So it's just, it kind of speaks to like the strangeness of our age. Yeah. Right. So that, I don't know. That seems like something I would do. Just the fucking Monday detail.
It is very scary, and that would be a great segue into a fear.
I would just use the bullet on that bottle.
The bullet on that, yeah. So listeners, we haven't done a fear in a while. Okay,
yeah,
it's been at least a few episodes. So what I've got here is Jake has to guess, and so does the audience, which one is the real definition of the fear. Okay, all right. So 2 lies and a truth. It's Pelotonophobia.
Pelotonophobia.
Pelotonophobia. P-E-L.
Is it the fear of wasting money on a Peloton?
Pelotophobia.
Okay.
Number 1, a fear of water birds with long beaks and large throat pouches.
Like pelicans? Okay, sure.
Number 2, a fear of baldness or bald people.
Sure, like people that drink Red Bull. Okay.
What do you say? Red Bull gives you wigs?
Red Bull gives you wigs because they discovered it causes male pattern baldness.
Yeah. And number 3, a fear of overly priced stationary bikes.
Overly priced stationary. Okay. So here's the thing. That was my joke, which I hope our brains think alike. My second joke would be a pelican. So I'm going with number 2. It's the fear of baldness.
Yeah, you're going with the sports drink fear of baldness?
Yeah, I'm going with the sports drink fear of baldness.
You're going number 1?
Number 1.
Number 2?
Number 2.
All right, so number 2's have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you have pelotonophobia, you are scared of bald people.
Is it scared of balding yourself or just bald people?
Just scared of baldness in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on. That's not what I thought that was.
Okay.
Pelotonophobia?
Yeah.
I thought it was like baldness from Red Bull or some shit.
I mean, it is. It's just baldness in general. Like, I guess I don't know. I don't really understand that fear of like just being afraid of someone who's bald. That's just the fear. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Just scared of baldness.
Sounds like you're scared of your dad. That's where that comes from. All right, so I got something here that I couldn't wait to tell Adam about it because I know Adam loves these kind of things. And
sports.
One of my favorite things is like bringing something to him like sports, anime, something that like gets his blood boiling. But
it's so dumb. Anime is so fucking stupid.
Magic the Gathering, right? Magic the Gathering. It's got something new, something fresh, right? And have you heard about this at all?
No.
All right. So
I know what it is because I've just seen it in passing. I mean,
Sure.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, let people enjoy things.
it's
not for me, but
all right. This is growth.
Yeah. All right.
This is progressive. Okay. All right. So Magic the Gathering.
Old man yelling in a swamp right now.
I will say I don't know how to play, but I know a lot of people that like they're really into it. But I saw that they're going to release a Lord of the Rings edition card. Have you heard about this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're going to release a Lord of the Rings edition, and they're going to release a card that is 1 of 1 in spirit with the Lord of the Rings.
Is this like Park Place?
Kind of
like and McDonald's,
kind of
with like the right Monopoly shit,
kind of. But it's one of those like so they will release one card that is like the ultra rare.
It to rule them all, or
I think it's essentially it'll probably be the most expensive card almost
that
instantly.
Shit is gonna immediately go on Amazon.
I just think there's going to be like almost like a World of Warcraft fight over it.
Yeah,
with Leroy Jenkins running in there at this point. But
that is a deep cut.
I thought it was pretty interesting because it's like I think Peter Jackson should buy it. He should own the One Ring.
He's going to be the only one that can afford it.
That's true. That's true. And I thought it was interesting. And I thought, what do you think about Magic the Gathering?
I really don't know enough about it, but I will say this. I still don't know anything about it.
All right.
But if you
Honestly,
want to talk about
that is great journalism because
if you want to think about enjoyable gatherings, I can tell you about something that you can gather at every single week here in Janesville, Wisconsin.
What's that?
I'm talking about the Comedy Club. There we go. So if you go to Comedy Cabin is a getaway and go ahead.
No, I'm presenting the
you're
website
presenting
link
it?
that
Yeah. Oh,
I do
yeah,
all
James-
the I do all the editing.
Yeah.
I know where it's gonna be. It's gonna be here. I'm probably not gonna do the hand tracking. So this will look stupid.
All right, so Comedy Cabin. Get away and laugh at Janesville's own comedy club featuring national touring comedians every week. You can get your comedy tickets at cabinlaughs.com. Cabinlaughs.com. Wait, is it here or here? Cabin.
It's over here.
So anyway,
there.
damn it, right there.
What are you, stupid?
So anyway,
cabinlaughs.com.
Cabinlaughs.com. And speaking from experience, I honestly could tell you that the shows do truly sell out every night.
They do.
Okay, and so go and support live comedy. If you're a Janesville or Rock County local and you want to see something like this, stay in business and do well. Like go and support it because I honestly go every single week and I enjoy it every single week.
I have a blast, and honestly, it is something I tell all my friends. It's like normally, if you want this kind of show, you got to go to Madison, you got to go to Milwaukee.
Exactly.
You got to travel to see it.
For me, I honestly have to talk myself out of it because I'm like, you know what I mean? If I love going to Comedy on State. It's a fantastic venue, but it's also 45 minutes away, and then it's like fucking around there and back, and it's like, you know, I don't know. It's an adventure versus like just here in Rock County, just dip over for 8 minutes away. You know, enjoy the show.
And honestly, he's bringing in talent that it's one of those like up and coming, but also like established awesome stars too. I know I've seen a few people here.
Yeah, Nathan, the owner, he's done his homework.
Yeah.
He has a massive Rolodex of massive talent, and you will, honest to God, enjoy your time. And I'm also pleased to announce that our Patreon members do get to enter for free tickets. So
yep.
If you want to be a part of that, join our Patreon, and then put it right here. But then Jake's gonna put it there.
And put it right here.
There. Damn it.
Join our Patreon.
Piece of shit.
I should do this. If I don't do this editing, this is gonna look stupid.
I hope you don't.
It's gonna be over here.
Yeah.
So, I want to say real quick, there's something new that happened in the world. Did you see there was a new world record for the longest storm? Storm.
Okay. No.
All right. So this is it's up to 31 days now, and is I guess re-intensified 6 times. This is Hurricane Freddie. It's not a hurricane, I guess. Typhoon, whatever they call it in the Indian Ocean. This is one of 4 to cross the entire South Indian Ocean. That's 5,200 miles.
Wonder what like the people in North Sentinel Island are thinking.
No, that's just God coming to collect a few babies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can never go there because they'll fill you full of arrows.
Yeah, hurricanes can go there too.
But arrows shot.
So this is hit Category 5 status 2 times with a max wind of 165 miles per hour. It hit Madagascar, went over Madagascar, and then there's a little bit of that between that and Africa, and then it hit Mozambique, and it killed 21 people. Horrible drop, 15, 20 inches of rain. Bounced back over it, re-intensified back into a hurricane, is currently heading right back to, you guessed it, Mozambique. So I don't know what they did, but
it's like backing up the steamroller.
Yeah. Like, listen, this feels like Freddie Mercury's revenge for, you think you finished the rest of that thought. So
I don't get it.
AIDS.
I don't. Come on. Live
Aid. He did that concert. It was Live Aid.
Yeah, a lot of people benefit from that. Okay, so I can think of someone who does
push through. Yeah,
right. So earlier
re-intensify.
So we were talking earlier about pooping.
We were talking earlier about pooping. Adam can't do it right now. I'm going to go more into weather news. So the snow in California is frankly approaching my childhood fantasy levels. They have many parts of it eclipse more than 50 feet. Yeah, you heard about this, right? If you look at California right now.
Oh, you're really doing it? I thought you were just being silly.
No, I'm helping you out. No, they're like, if you see, look up California, there's people walking next to the top of ski lifts. This is due to atmospheric rivers over California. The Central Snow Lab in California University, they passed the 53.58 feet mark on Monday, and it's now the 3rd snowiest season on record with much more snow in the forecast. That's according to like all the way back to 1946 when the first measuring mysteriously one got buried. They don't know where it went. So you good now?
Yeah.
All right, I got
guess.
it.
All right.
Yeah,
So do you know what xylophagia is?
No.
Okay, so xylophagia it's an eating disorder that involves eating paper products. Okay. Now I know that we've talked about like people with like on My Strange Addictions in the past.
Spitwads. Essentially, it's
Yeah, but you suck them in instead.
The shitwads.
They're like boba, like boba tea.
Laugh at shitwads.
Shitwads? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll allow it. Okay, so anyway, so there was recently a woman on My Strange Addiction, the TV show. She's a 34-year-old Chicago native, and she has xylophagia. Okay? And which is where instead of she's paper products. Now, for the past 23 years, keep in mind she's 34 years old. So
Sure.
for the past 23 years, she has been eating on average about 75 sheets of toilet paper a day.
Like cone heads?
Just get it all done in 1 second?
Just starting the pen. No, you said 23 years. All right.
Yeah.
2-ply?
Hold on. I'm glad you said that. So anyway, and here's my joke because you wrecked it. So, but I said, now we know who's emptied the shelves 3 years ago. So anyway.
She saw the news. They're like, no, my secret's out.
yeah. No, she like her mom even said she is like it's like crack to her. Like
Sure.
she'll hide it from you behind her back.
Does
and
she eat it like a
just-
fruit roll up?
No, I think she just nibbles on it. Just nibbling. Just nibbling.
I want to
So-
know, do you do the beard or the mullet? How does she prefer toilet paper hang on the wall? Isn't there a correct way? Isn't it the beard in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or you could just do what Jake does and just leave it empty and then put the fucking thing. Take.
That's the real reason you stand up. You got to go get it.
You gotta do that pants at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ankles.
That's
waddle.
called growing up the youngest.
Yeah. No,
I've touched a lot of cardboard rolls. God damn it, John.
Here's a quote. I think I crave it because I love the way toilet paper feels on my tongue. How it dissolves when it hits my tongue.
Ah.
Ugh. And it's like I feel like I guess that's healthier than cotton candy, right?
Yeah, what's worse is there's a part of me that's like, how does it dissolve? when
Well,
it
she
hits
did
your
say-
tongue? I'm like,
Well, let's find out. We can take a break and have you nibble on some.
let's do it. I don't know.
All right, fuck it.
No.
All right. Anyway, so
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I'm also not doing heroin right now. I don't-
Okay,
what
just
if
in
it's
case-
great?
well, she did say
You
her
don't
mom
want it to
did
be
say it was like
amazing.
crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What if
she-
it's like the best thing ever, and then I got a problem?
You're on My Strange Addiction too.
Yeah.
All right. So now
Xylophobic.
she did say that 2-ply is easier to digest.
Why would that make sense?
I mean, I'm assuming then like I don't fucking 4-ply. The
Oh, I'm
comfy
like
stuff.
then 1-ply.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what if the other like ruffles have ridges?
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
the Cottonelles or whatever.
So
Okay,
like a fucking Charmin commercial, she
Yeah.
gets hungry.
it's like food porn for her.
Yeah, just like ooh,
Yeah,
look at that 8-pack.
Yeah. So her psychiatrist has suggested that she switch to wet wipes because they're moist and indigestible.
I thought you couldn't flush those.
Well, no, you're not supposed to flush them, or else you get those fatbergs,
Yeah.
right, that we were talking about. But I feel bad for her addiction. But I hope that she can come get clean. You know,
I don't know. This is a cheap date. She's going to the bathroom to eat.
I'm upset you didn't laugh at my get clean one with wiping your butt.
Ah, that
Right,
was
so
good.
I did say I wanted to at least suggest that we send her a bidet.
We could do that. We could also get one of those like gooseneck blue liquid bottles for her so she brush her teeth.
Yeah, there we go. Do you think that she pulls her cheeks apart, or do you think she doesn't have to worry about it when she sits down because she basically wipes on the way out?
I think she's I think she's figured this out.
Just one clean wipe.
Yeah, she goes to a colonoscopy and he just snakes her.
Roto-rooter?
Yeah, I'm constipated. He just hits her with that weird yellow plastic thing with the teeth
I don't know
backwards.
a lot about it, but tell us more.
At the store, if you don't want to go for the whole Roto-Rooter, they have these like disposable, like longer yellow things. Yeah. But it gets like the hair
You
out
guys
of the
all
drain
know about
and
it.
stuff.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah. You obviously don't eat 2-ply.
Pause it. Let's party.
Oh, that's wonderful. Like,
Yeah.
is she single? Has she heard about Robert? I think we got a match. I think she's
His
gonna
name
wipe.
is-
She's gonna wipe left or whatever.
Wipe left. All right, hold on, take two. I hope she meets Robert and wipes left.
Pull a knife, don't let the dog out.
His name is Robert Siegfried.
He's still weirder than her.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
All right, you got a cross country trip with one or the other. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna go with the toilet paper.
I am too. Much more polite.
Just hang out, hang her ass out, just like we don't have to worry about taking bathroom breaks.
I bet she's quiet. She probably lets you pick all the music. Robert probably makes you listen to the same album over and over
It's
again.
definitely something country because he had a big old belt buckle with that.
Friends
in
in
that
low
picture.
places.
Yeah, and did he have a Canadian tuxedo on too?
Yeah, of course
like
he did.
just denim Dan. With
Like the picture I saw, he was posing by his billboard, like a selfie with your murder victim. Just like normally it's a trophy, like
or it's like what is it, Inception?
Yeah. No, anyways, I think we can get Robert, and Chicago's not that far. And she's what, 34? I think we got this solved.
I mean, I have a pretty good feeling. That
Listen, I think
he's
we can
willing to have restraining order will travel.
Listen, I've never had the privilege of helping. I've never had the privilege of helping create a D student.
Oh man, I have to tell you. Speaking of studentry, listening to Renee crumble over trying to describe what a cuckold was.
Yeah,
and she kept calling it a cuck holder.
Yeah,
dude, I listened to that. When I listened to it, and I'm sorry, Renee, for saying this, but I'm kind of not sorry either because I fucking laughed so hard that I was like, I need to do this more often to her.
Yeah,
like I want like listeners.
There's words she doesn't know.
Yeah, well, no, and I think the best part is how she's trying to bluff us.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
totally know.
Like a
I
bag
know
of
so much. I'm
sand.
not gonna tell you guys.
Yeah, move along because I know everything you know.
No, you tell us right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, her husband's lamented. He's like, she is so innocent. And she will
She's
I can
better
tell.
than us. She's a better
she's
person.
absolutely better than us.
She's a better
it doesn't
person.
take much though. I mean,
That's
it's
true.
either this or Robert.
Honestly, the girl eating toilet paper, she's better than I am.
100%. Yeah. Because I know that there's times I'm like, I wish I could have eaten some toilet paper because I am bored of wiping.
She's a nicer person.
I'm just going to get in the shower.
Yeah.
No, I
drive across town. I eat Taco Bell, which is just repurposed toilet paper.
So listeners, I would really like it if you could please don't send it to any of the normal stuff that she can read, right? But maybe send it to myself or Jake. But you should send us a couple Urban Dictionary things. I want to see if she could describe what she thinks certain things are.
Oh, I would love it.
Because honestly, and I know that she's crawling in her skin right now listening to this. Hi, Renee. Sorry, not really. But I'm so excited to do this.
Yeah, Renee, brush up on your Urban Dictionary. She's going to read it like Johnny Five.
I was thinking more like the Necronomicon, just
Yeah. It's actually recently we watched the first Indiana Jones with the kids.
Oh yeah,
and,
there you go. It's the Ark of the Covenant.
My wife was like, "Spoily McSpoil Town," because I told my daughter, I'm like, "All right, I'll tell you when not to look because there's a moment where something really kind of gross happens." And Lindsay is like, "Is it when they look at the Ark of the Covenant and their faces melt?" Like, yeah,
no.
Yeah, it's exactly when. It's when Luke finds out Darth Vader's his father. So,
all right. So I've got something for movie aficionados because we do talk about movies a lot here. But Quentin Tarantino, whom
can we do a quick caveat? I just want to say congratulations to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Won 7 Oscars. 7.
Is it because you're talking about Indiana Jones, so you brought in Short Round?
Exactly. Yeah, Indiana Jones Short Round won Best Supporting Actor, and I don't know. It's one of those I think I recommended that at some point on this podcast, but it really is. It took top spot. It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. So,
I mean, I don't think I made it all the way through. To be honest with you,
everything.
I
for what it's worth,
I was like, what the fuck?
I've heard a couple people not like it, but I really think it's like The Matrix meets Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
it's like a weird mix of
maybe I wasn't in the right mindset, but I was like,
I've heard that about A24 films. That's who made it, but A24, it's one of those you love them or you hate them. And there's a few A24s I'm not into it, so I get it.
I don't know. I mean, I like that it had Short Round in it or Mr. Booby Trap. Booby Trap.
Right.
Yeah. Or was it backwards Party Boob?
No, you're thinking of the Goonies.
Yeah. He was doing that.
It was Data.
It was Data.
That was Data?
Yes.
All right.
There was one Asian child actor at the time, and he was all of them. What are you talking about?
I just assumed that. I thought that was the same guy. Anyways, keep going. What were you talking about? Anyways, you cornered me with my racism, apparently.
Well, you glazed over the fact that I said that booby
right.
trap backwards is party booby.
Let's
Okay,
lean
so-
in. Let's lean into my racism. I'm a bigger piece of shit than that. I'm gonna be honest. The movie Crazy Rich Asians, I kept having a hard time following the plot because the lead character kept changing clothes. There, I'll say it. I'm a piece of shit. Keep going. I need like a scar on the face, like Old Boy or something like that. So,
Oh man! All right, so Quentin Tarantino.
yeah. Let's get into a real guy that's profited from racism. Tarantino's never got away with racism.
yeah. So Quentin Tarantino, he has officially written his final film entitled The Movie Critic. And now most of his fans will know that he has stated for years and years, he has stated that he will either direct 10 films or he will retire by the time he's 60. And he actually, I think if he isn't 60 now, he will be by at the end of this month.
That was my next question.
Okay, so then there you go. Yeah. So anyway, and now he has directed 9 films so far, as long as you consider Kill Bill one film.
Can I say I hope he doesn't retire when he's 60? Because there's a lot of artists that have produced their best work way after 60. I think Frank Lloyd Wright produced his best work from like 82 to 90.
Man, you just set me up and you don't even know.
Okay.
So anyway, now he said that I guess he feels that directors don't really get better after a certain time frame. And he basically said he noticed that the directors, they're like a bit stunted. Like the style and creativity. And the reason why I want to say this is I'm just going to quote him. Okay?
Sure, okay,
I'm going to read a quote. He goes, I want to stop at a certain point. Directors don't get better as they get older. Usually the worst films in their filmography are those last 4 at the end. I am all about my filmography. One bad film fucks up 3 good ones. I don't want that. Out-of-touch comedy in my filmography, the movie that makes people think, oh man, he still thinks it's 20 years ago, when directors get out of date and it's not pretty.
Sure.
And that's a direct quote from him.
Can I yell about a bunch of counterpoints? I mean, keep going.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, honestly, I would say Spielberg's getting better. He ventured into Ready Player One. I think he just did the Spielman's one, which is supposed to be a fantastic movie. Spielberg's definitely getting better. Give me another director here. Christopher Nolan is getting 100% better. Martin Scorsese is getting better. Who's the guy that made the first Gladiator? He also made the first Alien. Very old.
What about
at this point.
The Room?
He just made The Martian. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
He's very prominent. You'll know him. I'm sorry. I'm spacing his name.
I'm upset that you didn't laugh when I said The Room. And that one guy goes,
Yeah.
oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah. No, it's like I look at it like I strongly disagree. I think obviously, like anything David Fincher does, I will watch.
Yeah.
David Fincher's getting better and better. He's looking it up right now. It's a name you
fact
know.
checker Tony.
Yeah, it's space. Anyways, keep going. I don't think you get better as you get older. I think Ridley Scott is pushing. He's got to be in his 80s right now, and he just he made The Martian recently. That was a fantastic movie.
You just hear cut and but it's just his like joints.
Yeah. So
all right. Anyway, so now he has. Now I told you that this film is entitled The Film Critic, and he's looking for a studio to fund.
Jon Stewart, come on.
he's You're thinking of a different. You're thinking of The Critic.
I know. I want him to cast.
Jon Stewart is not the same person.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Jon Lovitz.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Jon Lovitz. That's yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay,
anyway,
so
different short Asian or short Jewish guy.
yeah. Okay.
So
he Lovitz.
Yeah. So anyway, but he's looking for a studio to fund the new one.
Okay.
And apparently, this is going to take place like in the 1970s.
Okay.
And with a new like female's foot, I'm assuming, as the lead.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
He's got such a foot fetish, it's gross. But no, it will be a female lead in it, which I mean, he kind of does it anyway. I dig it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, I mean, it's like end of an era. I'm kind of bummed about it though.
I don't think he'll retire. I mean, that's my personal thing. I think he might like take some time off, enjoy some stuff. But like a person like that, Quentin Tarantino to me has a certain amount of like tenacity where it's like I think he might need stimuli to then have a response. So maybe he'll take some time off, he'll relax a little bit, he'll enjoy himself. But I don't know. I don't think it'd be the end for him. I don't think.
I hope not.
Yeah, and maybe that's just my hope.
I've enjoyed every single Tarantino film I've ever seen.
That's what I mean. I think my favorite one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Not so much for the story, not so much for the plot, but I enjoy the depiction of Hollywood in the 70s. I think he kind of did it as an homage to the old filmmaking, a bit like Spielberg did with the movie. It has Sacha Baron Cohen in it. Oh my God, you know what I'm talking about? Where the little boy was in like the train station forever. It was like a 3-hour long movie. I'm sorry. I'll put it up. I'll put it up here on YouTube. I'm holding it in my hands. This is what I'm talking about. But that was kind of.
I hope it's just a dick.
No, I'm sorry. That was Scorsese. So I'm mixing them all up. I don't think he's done, but sure, if he wants to say he's done, that's fine.
Do you want to hit that again?
No.
Okay.
I nailed it. Anyone this deep loves us, and we appreciate you. So I hope that that YouTube disliker, I hope you're still in there just doing nothing with your life. Look me in the eyes. Wait, which camera? Camera 1, camera 2. Is
that a deep Wayne's World cut?
Yeah. So,
nicely done, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to end on a catfish?
And Freddie Mercury was a deep Wayne's World cut. Of course I do, too. Yeah.
All right. So this is going to follow long-time listeners already know. New listeners, if you've made it this far, congratulations, and I'm sorry. But this is going to follow the same concept. I'm going to read Jake 3 news articles, headlines, and he has to pick which one is real. So basically 2 lies and a truth. Number 1. Walmart's website ends online sale of dog rape racks after pressure from PETA.
I'm sorry, dog rape?
Dog rape.
Okay, I thought I heard it right.
So dog rape racks after pressure from PETA.
Okay.
Number 2, condom-styled swimsuits already hit the market after Florida county law defines nudity as visibility of urethra opening. Number 3, Black Lives Matter attempts hashtag jacking and infringement lawsuit against Bureau of Land Management.
I'm going to guess the one I hope it is. I hope it is number 2 with the bathing suit, because when you said it, I immediately pictured so your bathing suit is just a turkey's done. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, that's all it's defined.
I mean, what defines nudity for a man? It's like can you have dick cleavage? Like your dick root out, but just the head of the penis covered?
I think about this all the time. I do. There's something strange about an illegal image. I want to know, when is it
that's,
not
That's
allowed?
when you just this,
yeah.
When?
Yeah.
When is it?
Yeah, and it's is it the head? Is it the free-floating shaft away from the leg? What?
Can you hang a nut out?
Is it a grundle? Is it from behind? If you see balls from behind, is that a penis?
That's the worst porn angle too.
That's what I'm saying.
Just all balls and dude butthole.
Yeah, I'm sitting there stop getting that shot. No one's hanging in there for what's it look like?
And you accidentally come in it.
What's it look like if you're hanging out under the bed and you just take a peek? You're like, oh no!
I am scared of my dad.
Yeah. It's like a Geiger landscape.
Yeah. You think people are gonna get your H.R. Geiger joke here?
Google Geiger sex landscape. You know what I'm talking about.
There you go. Do you want me to just read them again? I'll read them again. Yes. Okay, so number 1. Walmart's website ends online sales of dog rape racks after pressure from PETA. Number 2, condom-styled swimsuits already hit the market after Florida county law defines nudity as visibility of urethra opening.
I think that's my horse.
That's your Hidalgo.
It has to be.
Yeah. All right. So the number 3, Black Lives Matter attempts hashtag jacking and infringement lawsuits against Bureau of Land Management.
You gotta be honest, I don't even know what that means.
BLM versus BLM.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hashtag BLM.
Acronyms, they think they're so fancy, it just takes me longer.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So number 2. I'm going to go number 2. What do you got?
I got 3.
You got 3? Okay.
Yeah. Undecided? All right, undecided. All right, so, all right. This actually, I'm surprised. I was a little nervous when I was doing this one because I was nervous you'd already seen it because it literally happened 2 days ago. And now you and I are usually chomping at the same bit over.
Yeah, we saw the Janesville billboard. So.
Right. Anyway, so we should do a photo shoot for the podcast in front of that Get Renee out there.
I don't hate the idea of a billboard. I think that guy. I think he stumbled on it. Yeah, it's like everyone else is like chasing the online demon. I'm like, billboards are wide open.
You know what? Yeah, I gotta start sending telegraphs to people.
Yeah.
Right. So,
be like, Billy, answer your phone. That's like a billboard. Be like, what does it mean?
Yeah. All right. So this happened March 14th, 2023.
Okay. So
Walmart
nobody
has
was on the
stopped.
beach.
Yeah. Walmart has stopped selling dog breeding restraints. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
Like, is this a regional thing?
So Walmart has stopped selling dog breeding restraints, a device that animal activists were disparagingly called rape racks.
Wait, are they
to
discount? How big are they?
PETA. I'm sure that there's different sizes, right? Or what if they're just adjustable?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like
yeah. Now, the metal devices known as rape racks are used to restrain female dogs so they can't fight back as they're mounted by males. PETA lodged...
They're just Cosby drinks.
PETA lodged a complaint with the Bentonville, Arkansas-based company on February 23rd. Within 3 weeks, the $139.61 racks were listed as out of stock on the website. Walmart did not immediately respond to a request for a comment.
I mean, I get, like, I don't know. I thought you had to let the animal. I guess, do you need animals' consent to breed them? I don't breed dogs, so like.
I don't know. I feel like any animal I've ever seen in heat would probably get fucked by anything.
Sure. Is this this is a Chihuahua Mastiff hybrid? What this is?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you get like the assist.
Wait,
you just
male on female. Which one's a male? Which one's a female?
I don't know. Whatever's. Both are equally
funnier.
Whatever. Yeah, both are equally pretty funny.
I just picture like a Chihuahua, just a bloated, like massive belly.
No.
Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna go full circle. You mentioned H.R. Geiger, like aliens.
Yeah, I was into like. You didn't say like. Dude, the Chihuahua's gonna be like that chick from that movie Slither. Like something's wrong with me.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
Or just a Chihuahua holding on for dear life. It looked like one of those dune worm riders.
Like an anglerfish.
Yeah,
like the male,
exactly.
Like a male and female anglerfish.
Yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been a human.
Tony? Like how so listeners, sorry, this is probably a deep cut, but anyway, so like an anglerfish, which is a deep sea fish with lots of teeth, and they have like the bioluminescent like light.
Yeah,
I think it was probably in like Finding Nemo or something, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, anytime you see that fish and you're like, oh, that's an anglerfish, it's always a female. The females are the big scary ones, right?
Yeah.
The males, you can tell by that who they are because they're the tiny little body that is fused to the side of the female.
I shouldn't have picked human. I should have been an anglerfish, man. You literally come inside her. you just like die on her back. I don't know. It's like you just go and then she does it. I don't know.
You just go out on top, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's
top of the fish.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, but Jake, what put a male and female fucking anglerfish, literally fucking though, like.
So I guess Walmart. I don't like it's weird to cave to PETA.
I mean,
over that one, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'd rather. The only thing I'm thinking of is the people that were going to buy those things for $139.61. They're just gonna make their own.
Yeah, I'm like they're just gonna repurpose their iPad holder. I don't know. It's like,
well, anyway, so this has been. Thank you very much for listening. This has been episode 109.
Yeah.
And follow us on Patreon, Facebook,
all the others.
All the others.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I should have been. My name's Jake. Should have been an anglerfish.
Yeah.
Bussy. Like I would have been done by. I'm sitting there like raising kids. Like
yeah. Like an idiot.
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Adam. His name is Robert Siegfried Riley.
Yeah. Dude, what if he listens? There's a chance.
Ah, fuck you. Fuck you.
There's the thing. I like his idea. He thinks outside the box about the box.
Desperation.
Yeah.
Right. Later, boners.
You met me at a very strange time in my life. With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
Okay, so the Would You Rather.
Yeah.
The one that's too good for this episode is too awful. All right, I'm just doing it for the grown. Would you rather drink a cup of your dad's semen, right, or a cup of your mother's period blood?
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay.
Discuss amongst
You're right.
yourselves.
I think I was gonna say blood.
You want your mom's pussy
I
blood?
do not want to fucking suck down my dad's jizz.
Are you?
No, it's out of a cup.
Wait, are you gagging?
No,
You're choking on A or B? Which one?
What
Which one
made you choke?
My
With your dad's
dad's
semen
my
or your
best
mom's
friend, but
period
we
blood?
ain't that close.
And your mom and you are?
No, it's fucking blood. It's not like something.
All right,
coming
you get
out
3
of-
seconds to pick, or you got to make it strawberry milk.
We both went different
Tony?
ways on it.
My dad's dead, so
You're gonna have to extract
No, you
it.
can't.
I still have his ashes. I could use that.
No, it's
No.
would you
That's-
rather?
I could
Would you
snort it
rather
like
have your
like,
dad's cum or your
Yeah, if
mom's
your dad's
period blood?
alive, you pretend they're all alive.
I'm pretty sure my mom's in menopause, so I'm pretty
Oh my
safe
god!
there.
You gotta go in and get
She had a hysterectomy, so
I will
Let's
say,
hear it.
like,
You still have a uterine
Would
wall.
you rather? Is not
Let's
saying
hear it.
you have to do this or this. We understand. A would
Let
you
me
rather?
hear it.
You just
Which
answer.
one, Tony?
1 sec.
Are you thinking about Siri?
Which one?
take it
Still
serious.
I don't know.
It's hard, but
I think Siri's calling
picked
the
mine
police.
really quick.
Can I honestly tell you?
Adam, what about you?
It would probably I don't know.
Well, I said I don't know who my dad is, so I fucking. So Jake goes.
That's just
You
Sunday
may,
night,
Jake goes. You may have already done it.
Yeah, but like your dad, that you know.
The person I call my dad.
Yeah,
Ugh.
shaking his cum down.
I bet he's got ropey loads too.
I bet he does.
Yeah, I don't know if he's
Okay, you
hydrated.
could have clotty blood.
Yeah, and then you
It's a
chew
shot,
like
right?
a gummy bear.
It's just a shot.
They're the worst.
What?
No, he
Just
said
a
a
shot?
cup. I think.
I mean, you can drink it over your leg.
Yeah.
What's the quantity?
Can you just let it?
A cup, I don't
Let
know.
me ask
like
you this.
A Dixie
Can you-
cup worth.
Can you choose how?
Yeah,
A Dixie
what?
cup is much different than a cup.
Oh, I'm assuming these items are just presented to you. And
I don't know,
you
a Diva cup or a Dixie cup.
Yes.
Any cup can be a diva cup if you get it in your pussy.
I'm really glad you. Good call.
Welcome to the Nonsense Podcast.
I think you should add it.
No, I think it's a definitely good thought to skip that one.
Yeah.
You don't think I should start the episode?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say if that is how you are, do not mention my name anywhere.